Hello, welcome back to another video, Pimp My Shed Plays. First one of the new year. Happy New Year to everyone who's subscribed, everyone who's watching. Hope you all had a lovely Christmas and had a great new year, and I hope 2025 is full of great things for everyone. But I wanted to come on and talk about New Year's resolutions, specifically gaming. I've got my lifestyle resolutions and my work resolutions, but I wanted to talk about gaming. Now, a big thing for gaming for me this year is going to be trying to get rid of this obscene backlog of video games. I've got about 94 games that are in my back catalogue that I want to finish. Now, I realise that's a huge goal to achieve, and I don't think I'm going to do it. If I can half it, I'll be happy. If I can put a massive dent in it, I'll be really happy. I realise a lot of the games that I've got in my back catalogue are just games that I've bought on a whim. A lot of them are PS4 games, but I need to do something about it. I feel like I'm in this vicious circle of buying new games, shelving old games, not finishing old games, and just putting them on the back burner. A lot of this as well is to try and save a bit of money. I want to try and get these games done. So trying to finish the back catalogue is a huge one for me. I'm also going to try to not buy new games until I've finished old games, and by the time that I finish these games, all the new games this year will be cheaper, so in turn that's going to save me a bit of money as well. I know that's hard to do because FOMO is real, but I'm also going to try and stay off gaming sites, and that's going to be quite difficult as well because Twitter is just, news articles and stuff. But I specifically want to stay away from reviews. People will be thinking, why you want to stay away from your reviews? Reviews tell you what a game's going to be like. I don't care anymore because the state of AAA gaming at the moment is in dire fucking bits. AAA games are mostly shit now. Live services, paid microtransactions. None of these games launch in a fixed state. They always launch broken and buggy. So that's why I kind of want to try and just tackle the games that I've got. Unless I really, really want a game like the next Resident Evil when that comes out. That's a day one purchase, obviously. Unless it's something I'm really excited about. But there's nothing really on the horizon in the foreseeable start of the year. I think mid-year, obviously GTA 6, that's day one purchase. But I need to sort this out because it's getting beyond a joke now. So staying away from reviews, any kind of sort of negativity surround. We seem to have this thing where a game comes out and it's just negativity around it or before it's even released. Stop taking things at face value when they show a trailer for a video game. They're just showing us the best version. Sometimes they are scripted parts of a game that don't actually look like that on the finished product. When they show a brand spanking new game and it looks fantastic, like Cyberpunk, riddled with bugs, just these games constantly coming out with we're just being lied to, having the wool pulled over our eyes. So I want to be a bit smarter this year when it comes to gaming. I want to do more playthroughs of video games, so tackling the backlog. I think I'm going to do more playthroughs on the channel, and that's something else. I want to create more content on the channel. I don't think I've done a bad job this year in creating videos. I think I've been quite happy with a lot of the videos that I've made. The channel's growing slowly. I've made some really good videos that have had very high views, really well received. I've made some really shit videos that have had 0 views and a couple of likes. But you can't just expect to put every single video out and it to be an absolute fucking banger. But I feel like I'm doing what I need to do, and I just want to continue the trajectory and try to, gain a bit of momentum, slowly get more subscribers and stuff. The dream would be to quit my fucking job because it's doing my head in at the moment and, have this as a full-time job. But that's a fucking pipe dream. It's probably never going to happen, but you never say never. And I'm also not going to, when I talk about my back catalogue, and I'm going to show you my back catalogue because it's ridiculous. And this is just my back catalogue on my PlayStation 5 because it's my primary console. I've got games on my back catalogue on my Series X as well as my Switch. We'll have a look at the back catalogue now. So this is what I've currently got installed. Now, a lot of these are, I suppose what I tried to do was put games in a category. Now, I've got 850 games on here. Now, a lot of these I've finished and played, but there's fucking loads of them. Absolutely loads. Some of them are just, indie games that I'm never going to play. Some of them are demos, but there's a lot on here. Some of them are PlayStation Plus games that I've just added to the library. But it is excessive. So I watched the video and I was searching how to tackle the back catalogue because it's like having a big plate of food and you're already full before you've even started eating. And sometimes I'll come onto here, I'll fire up the computer, and I'm already exhausted of what to play before. But I want to try and tackle one game at a time. Sometimes that's difficult because sometimes I'm in the mood for something horror, sometimes I'm in the mood for something action, sometimes I'm in the mood for an RPG, but I really need to sort of be a bit more focused and stick to one type of game. The video that I watched came up with the idea of creating game lists and putting stuff into lists, try to be a bit more realistic of things. So this is the back catalogue for VR. Now VR, I do dip in and out and play VR games, but I need to sort of at least have one VR game on the go. I'd like to do VR playthroughs, because I think VR is massively underrated, especially PSVR 2. So there are games on here that I would like to play and do a playthrough of. Then we've got backlog multiplayer games. These are just if I fancy playing a multiplayer game. These are all mainly Call of Duties, your Destinies, your Diablos. Evolves, you can't even play that anymore, so I don't even know why that's on there. Fall Guys, you know, Grounded, all these sort of games, fighting games. So that's just if I fancy dipping into a multiplayer game. Then I've got these three are the most important ones. These are back catalogue will play at some point. So these are games that I will play at some point, but they're not heavily on the radar. And then I've got games that I need to play that are critically acclaimed that I haven't even touched. And then I've got games that I want to play. So these are the games that I sort of currently am trying to demolish at the moment and then move on to other things. So will play at some point is pretty, and some of these are like revisiting them, like the Arkham series, but I do like the Arkham games. I haven't played Origins, but there's Borderlands 3, you know, some of these games I've already finished, but there's the games that I'd like to revisit as well at some point. So that's a pretty big list. Huge. Games that I need to play. So these are games that I need to play that I haven't played. Elden Ring's in there because of the DLC, but I'm not touching DLC this year, so Elden Ring DLC is probably going to have to wait a long time. So that's the games there. Kingdom Come Deliverance, Returnal, Horizon Zero Dawn, Hogwarts Legacy, Dragon's Dogma 2, Dying Light 2, Black Myth Wukong, Death Stranding, Disco Elysium, Dragon Age Inquisition, Baldur's Gate. So they're the ones that are kind of like on the rate, like I need to play these at some point this year and finish them. And then I've got games that I want to play. Black Ops 6 campaign, need to finish that. Cyberpunk, I can't believe I've not touched Cyberpunk yet. Dead Island 2, not even fucking started it. Just bought Final Fantasy Rebirth at Christmas because it was 40 quid instead of 70. That's a game that I want to finish. I've played that, I'm just playing it for the fun of it. Sea of Thieves is multiplayer. Dark Tides, I want to play through that. Multiplayer as well, obviously. The Witcher DLC, but I'm not touching the DLC, but I didn't do a lot of the side stuff for The Witcher 3. I just ploughed on and did the main story. Outer Worlds, I'm more playing that for the trophies because I finished it on Xbox, but that's got all the DLC added to it as well, but I'm not touching DLC. Same with Dragon Age Inquisition, just going to play the main story because there's fucking loads of DLC for that. Liza P, really enjoying that. Soul Reaver 1 and 2, Horizon Forbidden West, haven't even fucking touched it. Do you know what I mean? Star Wars Outlaws, currently playing that. Finished Space Marine, but I like playing the multiplayer. And it's just trying to find the sort of time. It's frustrating. It's really frustrating. I'd love to know what everyone else's back catalogue's like, because when you go to the store, I'm a sucker for a sale. You know, I got £200 worth of PlayStation vouchers off me wife, so that's just sat there in my account now. I want to play Rogue Incursion, but I cannot buy any more games. I can't do it to myself. You know, I'd like to play Path of Exile, but I haven't finished Diablo 3 or even started Diablo 4. Do you know what I mean? So it's like I'm fighting a losing battle. I think it might get to the point where I'm just going to have to say, you know what, the back catalogue's too big and just fucking give up on it. But I don't want to do that because it's like I've wasted a lot of money. So I feel like I'm really kind of up against it. Now, everyone's got a back catalogue, but I'm my own worst enemy when it comes for it. So I think try to sort of combine it all and be like, right, I'm going to play this and I'm going to do a playthrough of this and I'm going to enjoy it and make content. And it's like killing 3 birds with 1 stone and stuff. You know, so it's content for the channel. It's getting a game out the way through the backlog. It's also doing a playthrough for the channel. But yeah, staying away from DLC, not trying. This is all trying. Do you know what I mean? I know what I'm like. Trying not to buy any more games until I finish other games that I've already got. Because at the moment, it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's just crazy. We've got the Switch 2 possibly coming out this year. I'm sick of the leaks. Like, just wait till it fucking comes out. It's just speculation at this point. So it's doing my head in. It's driving me mad. It's also trying to find time to play. And I know, like, time's precious and it's frustrating because everyone's in a different situation. Like, if I was still living at home at my parents' house and I didn't have a fucking job, or my previous job in another supermarket, I was doing 3-4 shifts a week on night shift, and I had every weekend off. It was great. I loved it. And I used to wait, didn't have a relationship, single, just fucking woke up, gamed, played games all day, and went to bed. I was getting more done then than I was now. And that's fine. Married, got another person in the house that I have to think about. I have to make time and do things with her because I want to do things with her, not because I have to. We've got the dog. She's no bother. She's no bother. Just have to walk her twice a day and feed her. Do you know what I mean? But she's no bother. She's quite happy to sit up here. I'm glad she's a small dog because she can sit whilst I'm playing. But I need to get more focused when it comes to fucking gaming because it's doing my head in. It really is. Sometimes I'll be playing a video game and then I'll end up scrolling TikTok for like an hour, and then 2 hours have gone by. You know, time just evaporates. So I need to be a bit more regimental, have a bit more patience. You know, stop buying into the gaming drama online about games coming out and, you know, panning games before they come out, buying games that are broken, buying games that are unfinished, buying games that have shitty business practices, buying live service games. Live service games are such a time-eating. Destiny 2, do you know what I mean? Games like Elder Scrolls Online, you have to give up your life pretty much to play these games. So I don't think I might just wipe them off completely. The PlayStation Portal, I am trying to use that downstairs when we're watching TV, but we're watching a lot of really good stuff at the moment. We're watching, you know, Penguin. We watched the Batman. The wife, she fucking loved it, and she sat through the whole thing, which was great. And it's trying to find Squid Game 2. We watched that. So it's trying to fucking try to play fucking games as well and run a very mediocre small YouTube channel, but I'm very passionate about doing it and talking about gaming news. But then I can't talk about gaming news if I'm trying to stay away from gaming news, but then I want to still have a conversation about it. So it's very fucking up in the air, and maybe I'm just overthinking it. Somebody said to me, in fact it was the wife, she goes, why don't you just play them in alphabetical order? She goes, play one game with A that starts with A. So I finished the Alan Wake DLC, which is good, going against what I've already said, but I wanted to just get that done. Deleted it, finished. Going on to B, finishing the Black Ops campaign. Then on to C, if there's a game beginning with C, finish that. D, E, F, and go through the whole alphabet and then start again. And that gives a bit of variety. So it's a work in progress, but that's what I want to do. That's my New Year's resolutions for gaming. Whether I'll stick to them is another thing. But I think last year I stopped buying new games and I saved a fucking load of money. I couldn't believe how much money I saved. But I just think there's enough there to keep me going this entire year. And then games that are coming out will probably be on sale by the time I've finished. So I need to do this. I need to do this because my back catalogue is just ridiculous and it's niggling away at me like a loose fucking tooth. So that is it. So that's basically what I want to do this year. That's my sort of roadmap. So that's it, basically. I'd love to know what everyone else's gaming New Year's resolutions are, if you've got any, how big's your back catalogue, any other sort of systems that you've got to sort of reorganise and juggle your back catalogue a little bit better. I think I need to go through that. I need to go through them categories and delete games that I've already played because it's already huge. So I need to go through and be like, I've already played that, so I don't need to play it again. But I just need to focus on new games that I've got that I haven't played. Assassin's Creed Odyssey's a big one as well. I want to play that, but I've got the season pass, and that just adds fucking loads more. And that's why I came up with the whole not doing any DLC. So I'm just going to play the base game and then maybe come back and do the DLC at some point and be like, yeah, it's time to revisit it or whatever. So that's the plan. Me and Olive are going to be here doing this throughout the year, throughout 2025. So that's it. Just wanted to give another little update. I know I've done a few updates in the past, but that is me going forward. I hope everyone has a great 2025, and let me know in the comments what you want to do with your back catalogue or anything like that. I'm also going to stop asking for fucking subscribers. If people want to subscribe, they subscribe. I don't like it when you go on a video and before they've even got to the fucking content, it's like, ring the bell and fucking suck my cock and, you know, subscribe and become a member and blah, blah, blah. Obviously, I want people to subscribe. So if you're going to do it, do it. If you don't want to do it, fucking don't do it. You know what I mean? So yeah, all the best. And we'll see you again on the next video or the next playthrough. So take care.